Welcome to a video that I've been wanting to record for a long time now, and you guys kept saying that there were a lot of spoilers in this, or at least some spoilers in this, so that I should wait for a bit. And now, I guess it's a sneak peek if you're watching my reactions. I've already recorded the first Illya movie, and I was like, you know what? I feel like there's no better time to check it out than now. I feel like there's not going to be any more spoilers for Illya in here. Surely, hopefully, I am hoping that there are no other spoilers for the final or the second movie of Illya in this. But either way, I'm just excited to see what kind of lore he's gonna give us, Gigguk, right? Of course, I'm talking about, I didn't even say it yet. I'm talking about the Gigguk Fate video, the 30-minute explaining all of Fate video. Now, I know that this video got a bit of heat in some circles, but I'm excited for it. I love all of Gigguk's stuff, so, and I remember him talking about this video and saying that it was kind of like a passion project for him, so I'm excited for it. I'm really, really excited. I'm sure this is gonna be fun. So, without further ado, obviously the original video down in the description, and let's go into Gigguk's badly explaining the entire Fate series in 30 minutes.
The Fate series is one of the most expansive franchises in all of anime. In between all the games,
Nice
anime,
poster
manga, light novel, visual novel.
Okay, I might be pausing quite a bit, just because I want to talk about it. I want to see what's happening. Fate Extra, I recently played Seraph in FGO, so you guys kind of talked a bit more about Fate Extra, so I got some crumbs of what's there. Holotaraxia recently had a collab as well, because it was remastered recently, and I'm gonna play that eventually. I just need to catch up to FGO. The other ones, Last Encore, I heard people say don't watch this. Currently we're watching Illya, of course, as I said. We might be watching either today's menu or case files next on the channel as well. I'm gonna put up a poll soon, which is gonna be asking you guys which one you guys want me to check out. Obviously we've seen Apocrypha. Okay, let's keep going.
It's probably one of the most daunting franchises for any newbie to try to get into. A little while ago, I made a joke skit called Trying to Understand the Fate franchise, based around how confusing the entire thing looked for an outsider looking in. And satire aside, it was based on many real-life conversations I've actually had with Fate fans trying to explain the franchise to newcomers. And every time that happens, I always hear, do you want the long version or do you want the short version? Because everyone asks for the short version, but even the short version for an outsider can seem like a convoluted mess of information. Thought you were going to give me the short version. This is the short version. But ever since I made that video, and because no one ever actually asked for it, I've always wondered to myself, what is the long version?
Let's find out.
The Fate franchise fascinates me. Originally created by Kinoku Nasu, what started as just a... The Fate franchise fascinates me. Originally created by Kinoku Nasu...
Okay, correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm pretty sure... Is this confirmed to be Nasu? Because as far as I know, there's no official pictures of Nasu out. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I don't know. Is this actually Nasu?
What started as just a single eroge visual novel has turned into a multi-billion-dollar franchise with more media than any sane person can wrap their head around. I mean, just look at all this.
I'm gonna be playing the official visual novel after I finish FGO, by the way.
Can you see how many there is? There's at least 5. So it can be easy to forget how and why people became fans in the first place, that many newcomers may even forget to ask, what is Fate even about? Don't worry, I got you. The basic premise revolves around a bunch of mages who can summon heroic spirits from Earth's real history or legends to do battle over the Holy Grail, a mythical witch-granting device in what is called the Holy Grail War. Basically, it's a bunch of mages spending all their V-Bucks to organize Fortnite, Apex Legends, Minecraft, Hunger Games, Battle Royale between all your favorite people from history and legend.
That's it.
To create the ultimate showdown of ultimate destiny.
Destiny, it's not history. I get you. I get you. I get the
Grail
reference.
War, it's just basically Nasu going, wow!
Basically. That's all you need to know.
Let's just cut the video there. That's all you need to know about Fate. However, the background and lore of the entire Fate universe is unimaginably deeper than that. So much so that every single spin-off, anime, manga, novel, every single piece of Fate's media takes place in a coherent universe fitting somewhere on a grand timeline, which is also shared with Nasu's other works, creating this grand universe known only as the Nasuverse. So you know what I thought would be a good idea? What if I tried explaining the entire Fate timeline?
Good luck.
So being thought, implying it was me in the past tense. It was a shit idea. Explaining all the Fate lore and timeline in detail would take hours and hours. I mean, just look at some of these wiki pages. This isn't a wiki page, it's a fucking light novel. Saber lore. That time some slag at a pond threw a sword at me and I accidentally became the fucking King of England.
True.
This is more like the long, short version.
Pretty much.
Or is it the short, long version? Or is it the medium version? It's an excuse to justify all the countless hours I've put into this hellhole. Obviously, there is going to be spoilers, but I'm going to try and keep it focused on the lore and universe and where every series fits in the
that should be
timeline,
fine.
rather than what actually
That should be
happens in
fine.
any individual series. So, hopefully it won't spoil your experience too much if you decide to walk into hell with us. So,
I knew it.
with
I
that
fucking knew it.
said,
That's
let's
how you're walking
start
into.
explaining all of Fate. It's not too late now, Gon.
No, you're already in hell.
Turn the camera.
You're
off and
already
delete the
in hell,
file.
Gon.
No one will ever have to know.
The Fate timeline in a nutshell, the biggest fucking nutshell you've ever seen.
You see that, Gigguk? That was Gigguk 3 months ago. I've been putting off filming this for 3 fucking months. Just kill me now. Oh, 3 fucking months. This is my dissertation all over again. Hello, and welcome to my TED Talk. To be introducing the Fate timeline, I'm going to be cosplaying the most powerful servant in the history of the Fate timeline.
Steve Handjobs.
Steve Handjobs.
I know the lore.
Before we get to the Fate
I know the
timeline,
lore.
there are a few core concepts we need to bang out first so everything makes sense.
I know the
Firstly
Gaunt lore.
is Akasha. See, Fate exists in this grand world of magic and mages where you can summon heroic beings.
Okay, I'm gonna be honest. Oh, whoa, what's that on screen? Okay, hello. I'll be honest, I don't fully know the concepts of like Akasha, root, and stuff like that because that's never been explained in any of the series that I've watched. I know that people in the comments have kind of like tried to clarify some of those things, but I'm still pretty clueless when it comes to that. I know that the visual novel and stuff like that explains it a lot more in detail, but yeah, the series that I watched haven't fully explained it yet, so let's see.
And future. And all of this derives from Akasha. What is Akasha? See, Akasha is this metaphysical place that exists outside of time and dimensions that is the source of all events and all the souls in all timelines. And I like using big words to make me sound smart. Basically, everything that's ever happened and everyone you know, you can thank Akasha for it. 2020 as a whole, thanks Akasha.
Thanks Akasha.
The Chad himself, Chug Jug's Fortnite remix.
Fuck yeah.
Thanks, Akasha. The one time in class you thought you had a silent fart, but you ripped out a fat one and everyone heard it and stared at you and your brain still reminds you about it every time you go about to sleep. Fuck you, Akasha. So instead of wibbly wobbly, timey wimey stuff, this is more like wibbly wobbly, timey wimey, goopy galaxy, diddly dimension, rickety reality stuff. Where every timeline and every reality exists at the same time. There are no spin-offs, every fate is canon, life is aligned. Yes, that smutty dojin of Minamoto going ada on the order is canon.
From the official artist?
You can't prove me otherwise. Are you with me? Good. This is important because the end goal of every mage in the Fate universe is to find a way to reach the root of Akasha. But Gigguk, why do all mages want to find the root of Akasha? Well,
actually, I'm not sure.
You asked. Probably
tell me about it.
Viewer?
Yeah.
I really hope you're not confused right now. This is just the beginning. Well, this would be a good time to talk about the magic system that exists in the multiverse.
Okay, so I know that obviously they mentioned wanting to reach the root. I'm gonna pause quite a bit, by the way, just because there's a lot of things that I want to talk about. I love this world, so I want to talk about it. I know obviously about the root, and I know that people, or a lot of the mages in these Holy Grail wars that we've seen, have been talking about, I want to reach the root and stuff like that. And you guys kind of talked about a little bit about the root, but I'm still not sure why exactly they want to reach the root. I don't know what exactly the root gives you, so I'm sure he's gonna explain it here.
Because as we all know, in this universe, mages exist and use magecraft, aka magic.
Yep.
Right? Wrong. Incorrect.
You thought.
Erroneous. Mistaken. I can't think of any more words off the top of my head. What are you, an idiot? Why would anyone assume that magic and magecraft are the same thing?
True.
Look at this guy. Typical man that can't tell the difference between magic and magecraft. No.
That was me at the start of Fate Zero.
Weak sauce imitation butter. Ooh, I can't believe it's not magic. And then you got the Chad true magic. This is the top tier gourmet shit.
Yep.
This is the shit real mages want to use.
Yep.
The kind of shit Gordon Ramsay has to taste off and goes, Finally,
So good fucking
magic. But this premium shit can only be achieved by mages who view Akasha. And once someone gets that magic, that path to Akasha is cut off, and then the magic can only be used by the direct descendants of that original mage. Basically, no one has real magic, and they're trying to get to the root of Akasha so they can stop using the peasant dollar store magecraft shit. Oh man, what if the third magic was just the power to create fate porn? But what's stopping? Basically, no one has real magic.
So good fucking
Let me re-listen to that. I'm pretty sure the third magic is Heaven's Feel, right? Wait, let me listen to this.
This premium shit can only be achieved by mages who view Akasha.
And
once someone gets that magic, that path to Akasha is cut off, and then the magic can only be used by the direct descendants of that original mage.
Okay, so Zeladich, I'm gonna use Zeladich as an example here because he can use second true magic, right? So Zeladich, if he passes down his mage crest to his, let's say, to his descendant, if he ever has a descendant and passes his mage crest down to his descendant, that descendant would be able to use second true magic as well, right? Is that correct? Okay, interesting. Okay, but no one else can use second true magic because, well, he's the only one with the, I guess there's no more path to the root. But I'm guessing the only other way to achieve it is by using the Grail to get to the root, and then you can use true magic. I wonder, well, you know what? Let me listen.
Basically, no one has real magic, and they're trying to get to the root of Akasha so they can stop using the peasant dollar store magecraft shit. Oh man, what if the third magic was just the power to create fate porn? But what's stopping all mages from getting to this mythical place called Akasha? Well, you have this thing called the counterforce. This is kind of like a safety mechanism that stops the world from going extinct because the Earth is actually alive and has a will, and don't worry about that right now. And the counterforce itself is made up of two parts. The collective unconscious will of humanity itself to survive, Illya, and the will of the planet itself, Gaia, online. Why is this important? Because the counterforce has powerful defense mechanisms, like being able to summon heroic spirits from Earth's history in order to defend itself, which we call servants.
The counter guardians.
Sound familiar?
I understood that reference.
So it'll intervene anyone trying to get to Akasha, aka the Goopy Galaxy timey-wimey place, and mages have to find a way around it. Are you with me? Are you with me?
Yes.
Good. If you're already confused, may I introduce to you the phrase everyone in the Fate fandom holds in the highest esteem as the holiest words in our gospel.
Preach!
Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Why is the cast of Fate Stay Night sharing a nice wholesome meal instead of trying to brutally murder each other? Don't worry about it. How do reality bubbles work? Don't worry about
reality
it.
Bubbles?
What is the
reality
moon?
bubbles?
Don't worry about it.
Oh.
Please don't worry about
the
it.
Moon
Please
cell?
don't ask me what the moon is. I'm not gonna fucking talk about the moon! To recap, you have Akasha, the timey-wimey, goofy galaxy, rickety reality place that every mage is trying to get to so they can use the top-tier gourmet true magic.
Yes.
But the only thing stopping them is the counterforce.
Makes sense.
Which they have to try and find a way around. Did you get all that?
Yes.
This is all the background information you need to know. Before we start the timeline. Jesus Christ, we haven't even started.
I saw Morgan's name there. I don't know what it said, but I saw Morgan.
I wanted to visualize the timeline physically by having things stuck against the wall strung together with a string or something like that, like you see in that Always Sunny meme.
Yeah, nice.
But then I soon realized I don't have a wall big enough. So that's why I'm using the green screen. Definitely not because I want to rip off Nakey Jakey. Now, starting right at the beginning, before any mages, before any servants, before any Holy Grail wars, you have the Age of God. So yes. Right at the beginning of Fate lore, there was this period of time where gods roamed the earth with man, mythical creatures existed, and I shit you not, physics apparently just wasn't a thing. Yeah, apparently this thing called mystery governed the law of the world. Which,
here we go.
I don't know
mystery.
What that's supposed to mean.
I don't know what it is
either.
Don't worry.
I could just imagine in my head some ancient humans trying to let go of an apple, and physics tries to drop it, and mystery's like, no.
We don't do that around here.
We do not do that here. And then the apple just flies off to fucking Narnia. But everything changed when the Zephyr Nation attacked. Or just Zephyr. This next time period is called Deterioration. This titan called Zephyr invaded and destroyed most of the world and was only beaten back by this mighty sword called Excalibur. After the attack, the gods weakened.
What lore are we in? What the hell's that? What? I've never heard about. Wait, the what now?
This titan called Zephyr invaded.
What now?
Zephyr invaded and destroyed most of the world and was only beaten back by this mighty sword called Excalibur.
Excalibur?
After the attack, the gods weaken a bit, mystery starts to wane, and physics is like, yo, is anyone gonna drop that apple? Which
Excalibur existed back then?
Separation. So the gods are a little pissed that they can't go down to Earth anymore because they're so weak.
Oh!
So they make Gilgamesh.
Yes. Okay, I remember the different eras of the Age of Gods and stuff like that, or of humanity, right? We did learn about that in Babylonia, I believe. We learned about the different eras of the Age of Gods and humanity and stuff like that. We do know about that, but I didn't know about the entire Excalibur shenanigans. Okay.
2/3 God. Gods don't give a shit about maths, apparently. With the intention of making him the keystone to connect the gods and the humans. Now, for anyone not familiar with the Fate verse, how can I explain Gilgamesh? You know that one meme, is this some peasant joke I'm too poor to understand?
Okay,
well,
that's Archer Gilgamesh.
Imagine if that meme was reincarnated as a person. That's Gilgamesh. So yeah, he decides to rebel and the gods were like, no.
Caster Gilgamesh is a lot better.
This guy doesn't want to take orders from us? No,
come
on, you're joshing us right now. This is a prank. Come on, where are the hidden cameras? I'm on MTV Punk'd, aren't I? And so with that, the gods cannot interfere with humans anymore. And thus begins the Age of Man. From the year 0 AD, the human population explodes, magic and magecraft is replaced with science, and most importantly, physics exists now, guys! Yeah!
Well, there's no more true ether, right?
In this end. Popper, but I completely forgot to. Alan, can you edit a party popper in this video, please?
Nice.
Thank you. That's right, screw your mystery. I have E equals MC squared. Okay, remember right at the beginning of this video when I said the Fate franchise was about this thing called the Holy Grail?
Yeah.
Well, we can finally start talking about the Holy Grail. See, the Grail is touted as this omnipotent, magical, wish-granting device, and that's only partially true. See, around the 1800s, these epic magic gamer girls, called the Einsburns family, figured out a way to the root of Akasha. That place that gives you true epic gamer magic. By using the Holy Grail to summon 7 heroic spirits and sacrifice them, and using that manner to... By using the Holy Grail to summon 7...
I love the Lancer Illya. She's great. This is one of my favorite Illya designs, or Illya includes, from the entirety of Illya.
Heroic spirits and then sacrifice them, and using that manner to summon an even greater Grail called the Greater Grail, which has access to the root of Akasha. But of course, all the various magic gamer girls and boys couldn't agree on who would actually get access to this magic, so they decided to have a meeting to decide. One could even say that it was a magic.
The Gathering.
The Gathering. Or in Fate, we just call this the Holy Grail War. Which finally leads us to the timelines to all the wars so far. Well, I can't believe I flunked
Wait, let me see. Maybe he's gonna talk about it.
The entire history of some fictional war that happened. Okay, so you got like the first Holy Grail War, which happened around the 1800s. This is when the 3 main mage families, the Einsburns, the Toesuckers, and the Matos, couldn't agree on who could get access to the Grail. So they were like, guys, we've got a bunch of servants lying about. Tournament arc. This is hardly what you call an actual war though, and more like a 3 AM brawl at the local mage pub, which ended because everyone got bored and time ran out. Then came the second Holy Grail.
So he's not gonna talk about it. Okay, so obviously to add a bit more to the entire Holy Grail War shenanigans, we learned in Londinium, right? In Londinium of FGO, we learned that I learned, and also I'm pretty sure you learn about this in the Heavensfeel movies, or more specifically in the Heavensfeel route of the Fate Stay Night visual novel, where they go into more detail about this apparently, is Zelrech used the summoning system or whatever, the summoning fate system. He used that as a foundation and changed the rules with his jeweled dagger, changed the rules of it so that it now becomes the Holy Grail War. So basically, before that, all of the this summoning system was used as a kind of like a counter force to fight something, I guess, a beast or like some kind of threat to humanity, to fight it off with like 7 servants, right? But then he used it and changed it into a thing where 7 servants fight each other to get the Holy Grail, right? So that's how it happened, right? And it was Zelrech and the 3 families, Tosakas, Matos, and Einsburns together who made it happen, right? If I remember correctly.
In the 1860s, with the same parties involved, but this time everyone went a bit fucking mental.
And then World War II happened in the third one.
And future generations were like, wait a minute. Do we need rules? What the fuck is a Geneva Convention? Then came the third Holy Grail War in the 1930s, where the church gets involved because they're just like, are you using the term Holy Grail?
True.
God, are we allowed to copy strike that? And everyone's happy with that because they can enforce the rules. So the church is like, all right, gamers, I want a fair fight. No going for the eyes, no kicking below the belt, And for God's sakes, no summoning any illegal servants.
Like
so then the Iron
Shiro
summon an illegal servant. And so they get this totally new servant called Angramayu, aka the Angry Mango, who's meant to be this super badass, ultra OP new servant that auto wins them the war, except lol, JK is actually super weak and dies. And it's
Zero star,
so
baby.
Angry gives the Grail food poisoning. Then we got the 4th Holy Grail War.
Once again, I feel like there's a bit more lore in the 3rd Holy Grail War with Apocrypha, right? You get a lot more lore about it with like Darnik, with Amakusa Shiro, and stuff like that. But yeah, that's basically it. That's basically it. Angry Mango possesses the Grail. Full power Angry Mango is supposedly beast level strength, right? Which is a threat to humanity. But at this current stage, he is a, 0 star, right? He can't do anything. The only thing he does is guts.
Which is basically just the events of Fate Zero. I'm not going to spoil what happens in it.
Thanks.
And finally, we have the Grand Sugar Daddy that birthed everything we're talking about. The 5th Holy Grail War, aka the events of Fate Stay Night. Following Shiro fighting in it, using the power of friendship and fucking, mana transfer. And this CG dragon still haunts my nightmares.
The one.
What's important here is that this war
that
has
the
at least
one?
3 different timelines, because the original Fate Stay Night was a visual novel with 3 different routes. You got the Fate route, Unlimited Blade Words, and Heaven's Feel. Or, to put it more simply, you got the Saber route, the Best Girl route, and the Sakura route. With extra fucking, mana transfer. But it doesn't stop there, because next we got Fate Hollow Ataraxia, which is kind of like a sequel to Fate Stay Night, because it takes place 6 months after the events that happened in there. So you may be wondering which one of the 3 routes it follows, and the answer is...
Yes.
Yes.
Nice.
So one of the main girls from Fate Stay Night, Rin, is doing some magic experiments and
I don't know if I want to hear that, because I want to play Ataraxia. Do I really skip this? Because I know nothing about Ataraxia apart from Bazet is in it, and Karen is in it. I think Kid Gilgamesh is in it as well. Because of that, those things I know because of Prilia. And that's about where my knowledge of Ataraxia ends. So I'm pretty sure I don't want to get spoiled on anything. Let me go slightly...
This doesn't sound like a little oops. We're following this, and they're stuck dead, and I guess people die if they don't exist. And you know what? That's basically everything for the flagship Fate series.
Nice. I'm just gonna skip a tiny bit ahead.
We did it, guys! Woo! That was pretty simple, right, guys? What are we missing?
A lot.
Fuck. Of course, we are going to have to fill this timeline in with all the other Fate media out there. So let's do the time warp again. Oh my god. Alan, fucking cut that. Alright, so let's start with Fate Apocrypha. So the Fate Apocrypha timeline is exactly identical to the original timeline, except when we get to the 3rd Holy Grail War.
Oh, okay, so this one was different.
Was like, you know what? Nazis.
Yeah.
Because of course it's the fucking Nazis. So the Nazis join the 3rd Holy Grail War, and instead of there being a winner, the Nazis steal the Greater Grail system.
I remember that.
So after that, a Transylvanian Nazi mage guy steals it from the Nazis again, and then I guess the Nazis go on to lose World War II as usual. Fast forward to the future, and somehow the entire world finds out about the Greater Grail system, and everyone and their dog tries to make a cheap imitation of it. And so because of this,
I didn't realize that actually the 3rd Holy Grail War in Apocrypha is completely different from the actual Holy Grail War. My bad, or the actual 3rd Holy Grail War, but we don't really know anything, or I don't really know anything else about the 3rd Holy Grail War from the actual Stay Night timeline. So, okay, good to know.
Nazi sorcerer guy vows to make the Holy Grail War great again.
Yeah.
So he makes the Great Holy Grail War.
Yep.
I shit you not, this is what it's called. And so now instead of 7 servants, you have 14 servants separated into 2 teams, red and black. That's right, it's a team deathmatch.
Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch! Team deathmatch!
So many people.
And so we get a season of red versus black, Mordred is hot, and a stealth will make straight guys question their sexuality.
As always.
Question their sexuality, the goat! And me question my life choices for spending $400 for a dick. That concludes the events of Hitler's Stay Night. Next on the menu, we have today's menu for Emiya family. Did you see what I did there? This is, I think, just another alternate ending to the 5th Holy Grail War, where I guess nobody dies. And they all just sit around cooking and playing volleyball and being happy, and this is canon, okay?
That sounds fun.
They never explain where this takes place on the timeline, but I don't care. They're all happy. Akasha made it. It's canon. Like in my mind, this is the reality when someone just tried playing the Fate visual novel, but got bored 5 minutes after reading words and then just left. And never came back.
Nice.
And then all these characters are just sitting around having a gay old time waiting for the Holy Grail War to start. This is what happened. This is the reality where Dog VA tried to play Fate.
That sounds
so I'm just
goated.
gonna make a Fate Stay Night bubble, and then I'm gonna put Fate Tiger Coliseum and Fake Unlimited codes in
I
this
had no idea
bubble
what that is.
because they're just fighting games and they're already beating the shit out of each other.
Oh, I remember checking this out. Not the actual game, but checking out some of the cutscenes from the codes. This is the unlimited codes or whatever, right? Oh, I remember that. Oh my god.
Anyway, so I guess these are just the filler episodes we never got to see. Then we got Fate School Life, which is kind of like a slice of life spin-off in the Fate Stay Night universe that also has Ataraxia characters in it.
That sounds
so
goated.
I guess it goes here. Can you tell how I'm sure I am right now? Lord Elmalloy's Case Files. This is basically just CS.
Is that Gray? That looks... Well, I say, is this Gray? But like that could also be Morgan for all I know, or it could be anyone else for all I know. I have no idea. Do I want to skip this? I'm watching Case Files like very soon, very soon. I have no idea what it's about. People say that there's a bunch of lore in it, and that's all I know about it. And obviously, I'm guessing MLO is in it, right? So Waver. I'm gonna skip a tiny bit ahead. Oh,
Except Waver's gone from Daddy Step on Me to Step on Me, Daddy. Alright, now we get into the manly shit. Fate DJ Khaled, line of Prisma Illya, is a spin-off where Illya becomes a magical girl. And instead of summoning servants, the magical girls can use these magical cards to channel the power of a servant. And also there's a magical talkie wand, don't worry about it. Before I properly got into the Fate franchise, I thought that this was just an unrelated spin-off that had nothing to do with the main universe, but no. Not only does this directly diverge from the main timeline, but it has two separate universes within its own universe. It's a fucking Illya multiverse. And the beginning of the Illya multiverse doesn't even have Illya in it. Oh god, I love you so much, Fate, but you just don't make things easy, do you? Alright, I'm gonna try and do my best.
I don't know what that means. Wait, what?
And the beginning of the Illya multiverse doesn't even have Illya in it.
Oh, he's talking about the Miiverse. Oh, okay, yeah.
I love you so much, Fate,
There's no
but
Illya
you
in the
just
Miiverse,
don't make things easy, do you? Alright, I'm gonna try and do my best, so stick with me here. The first universe is the one detailed in the movie Oath Under Snow, following this girl called Miyu, which is why we call this the Miiverse, because her name is Miyu and she's the child of God, don't worry about it. She's taken in by Shiro, and then they have another Holy Grail War.
So she's a divine child, right? That's what you mean?
But the Ainsworth Holy Grail War. Can you guess why it's called the Ainsworth Holy Grail War? Because it was made by the Ainsworth. Shiro then sends Miyu to an alternate universe, which we call the Illyaverse, which is all sunshine and rainbows, where the fourth Holy Grail War didn't happen and Kiritsugu's Father of the Year. You got cute girls doing cute things, cute girls doing
magical I'm gonna get spoiled on
and cute girls doing each other. This is the universe where season 1 and 2 of Prisma Illya happens. But then you have season 3, which jumps back into the Miiverse.
Yeah, correct.
And if you think that complicates the timeline, how about this little knowledge of nugget? So in the original Fate Stay Night, Illya is 18.
Yes.
She's 18.
Yeah.
She's older than Shiro.
But she ages differently because she's a Hyonkles.
Same age as when the timelines diverge, which theoretically should make her the same age as she was in Fate Stay Night. But she's not.
No, she's
and
not.
The series makes it very clear that she is under 18.
She's 11,
so which is it, Fate? Which is it? I need to know. You know, I would say don't worry about it.
No, there's a reason for it.
But I'm pretty sure the FBI are going to do that for me. All right, moving the fuck on.
It is explained in the series.
Your Fate, also known as the Fate Extra universe. This splits off from the Third Holy Grail War in the Angry Mango timeline, where all the world's mana dries up because some kind of event. So in the 2030s, all the mages turn into hackers and they try to hack the moon because the moon has a supercomputer on it that was placed there by aliens that they found. And so inside the supercomputer moon, there exists this entire digital world. And so the supercomputer moon is hosting a virtual reality Holy Grail War because it's actually alive.
Yes. I remember that from Seraph.
I don't realize how ridiculous this sounds until I read it out loud. Don't worry about it. So yeah, it turns out the moon knows shit and you can hack the moon. And it also has Rin, Sakura, and Kirei from the original Fate Stay Night, but not the original Rin, Sakura, and Kirei from the original Fate Stay Night. What are you, stupid? They're just characters who look, sound, and dress exactly the same.
I don't know who the Rin and
Kirei
are.
Are you worrying about it? Because I'm not. So you got the Fate Extra games, the Fate Extra Triple C games, and then you got the anime. Fate Extra Last Encore in its own separate timeline that takes place in the year 3000. And Rin's great-great-great-granddaughter. It's just fucking Rin. Fate Grand Order.
Oh god, you're not gonna make me break down.
Here we
Fate
go.
Grand Order.
Alright.
The goated one.
Now we're truly in hell. So Fate Go is a mobile gacha game along with some anime adaptations where the
How much are we betting that this is gonna spoil something for me? We should be fine, right? Right now, I am playing through... I just finished Agartha. So I'm playing through part 1.5 right now of FGO. Surely there's not gonna be spoilers further in part 1.
First Holy Grail War never happened, the world is fucked for some reason, and you have got to travel back in time to various points in history to fix the fucking timeline. And every different timeline you fix is called singularities. Basically, imagine Fate Back to the Future, except there are like 7 sequels, all with different diverging timelines, and you're not trying to fuck your mum, you're just trying to fuck all the servants. Alright, so for simplicity's sake, I think it would just be easier if I just draw out the Fate Go timeline. And then here in its own corner is just Fate Prototype, which is
that's it?
Kunasu's original concept for Fate, where King Arthur is actually a guy?
Yes.
Get out of here with your damn historical inaccuracies. So essentially, this is just a non-existent project because the only thing that exists is a 12-minute trailer that was made purely for fan service. Which is even more bizarre when you consider Fate Prototype Fragments of Sky Silver, which is the prequel to Fate Prototype.
What?
They made a prequel, a full light novel prequel, to a 12-minute commercial.
Oh, fuck
do I really think Fate fans are that hungry for content?
That sounds awesome.
Five Moon just sitting there being like, all right, Fate fans, open wide. Content.
Yeah.
Give me anything.
That's me.
And then this prequel to a project that basically doesn't even exist has a side story called Fate Labyrinth.
Oh, that's what Fate Labyrinth is.
Story.
Wait, why is King Arthur gone there? Why is it Arturia?
It was written months ago because, yeah, where the fuck did this come from? And all of this would be a completely alternate universe with no connection to the original universe, but I shit you not.
Is that Robin Hood?
One of the characters has a dream that connects this universe to the Fate Stay Night universe.
Oh, fuck yeah. Awesome. That's great.
It's literally canon by dream. Alright, I think we're getting close to the end. Next is Fate Strange Fake. This is a light novel series that takes place after the 5th Holy Grail War in America, where they did their own Holy Grail War with hookers and blackjack, written by the same guy who did Bakano. As a recording, we don't know if this goes on to the main flagship timeline or as part of an alternate universe, but what we do know is that there's a servant called Watcher, and it's literally just a fucking whale in the sky.
What?
I'm sorry, I must have missed the legend where a fucking flying whale saves Earth. Does Free Willy count as a legendary hero of history now? There's Fate Type Redline. It's Tokyo in the 1940s.
Well,
Nazis are at it again, but this time so are the...
What? What? Well, we did see the whales during the mana transfer scene, you know? So maybe it's that well from the Rin and Shiro mana transfer scene from UBW. Maybe it's that well, you know? That well came to life and as a servant, you know? Maybe. What the hell's happening in Strange Fake though, man? We're getting 2 episodes this year though. That's a W. I'm gonna check it out once it finishes in like 17 years, but...
Japanese military, it's the 3rd Grail War with seemingly no other connections to any of the Grails, and it's a manga drawn by the Demon Slayer mangaka. We got Fate Requiem. Not a lot about this is known right now because it's not officially translated, but what we do know is that it's set in the future after some kind of Holy Grail War, and somehow everyone has their own Holy Grail. And also, there's this new service called Voyager, who I guess is the Voyager space probe. Except I have no fucking clue
there's currently a banner for Voyager
let alone a blonde Shota boy, let alone a blonde Shota boy space probe servant. And don't tell me to worry about it, because I'm not. Can you see how much I'm not worrying about it? I am not worrying about it. But seriously, how the fuck? And finally, in a bubble, within its own fucking dimension.
Well, there's a few item or what's the word? There's a few non-sentient beings that are a servant. Voyager is not the only one, right?
Carnival Phantasm, where all the Fate characters and other characters...
I might skip this just because I want to watch Carnival Phantasm, but I have no idea what it is just yet, and I kind of want to go into it blind, so I'm gonna skip it.
Kinda. Oh, but Gigguk, what about the rest of the Nazi-verse? You gonna do that as well?
Well?
How about no? Originally, this was
Smart.
meant to be a grand video where it talks about all the funny and ridiculous things I found out about Fate lore as a whole. But when I started it, I kind of realized I'm gonna need 20 minutes just to explain the fucking timeline. So you know what? This may just be the first part in a multi-series lecture from hell. Because the worst thing about Fate is that after going through all the timelines, after connecting all the lore, after spending far too many hours consuming Fate media and reading pages upon pages of wiki articles,
I saw Julie. Oh, this is
kind
Illya.
of makes sense. Oh god, this chart actually makes sense to me. The entire timeline is actually the simplest part of Fate lore. Fate is just an all-encompassing whole that just gets darker and gloomier the deeper you go down.
It's awesome.
People wonder what's at the bottom of the abyss in Made in Abyss. It's just the fucking entrance to the Fate hole. You want the real short version Fate newcomers? You watch either of these two, and then watch this, and then watch whatever the fuck you want. Or you know what? Fuck all this. Start with the spin-off series. Start with Lesbian Lollies Kissing. Start with Fate MasterChef. Fuck. Start with the Dojinshis for all I care. Just ignore all the shitstorm going on in the comment section right now. The reality is, it doesn't really matter where you start. As long as it looks interesting to you, then go for it. The problem is there's so many people who are obsessed with optimizing the perfect read and watch order that they forget that if you enjoy the experience and it gets you into Fate, then who the fuck cares what order you watch it in? Because look, memes aside, the Fate lore may be a convoluted mess to unravel, but it is an awesome franchise.
I've been saying this, I remember talking about this a few times, and most recently, I guess, on stream. It wasn't recent at all, but I remember at some point discussing like, what do I think is the best way to get into Fate, right? And I saw people talking about like, you know, the Dean anime being the best one because at least it gives you some exposition. I saw people saying the visual novel is the best way to get into it. And I mean, I said the Zero is probably just the best one, just because if you want to get someone into Fate, even if it's not optimal lore-wise, right? It needs to be a really, really good series, which Zero is. Zero is a fantastic series. The first, most important thing, more important than any kind of lore and any kind of like, you know, chronological accuracy, the most important thing is to be a good series that can hook anyone and hook them into the series, right? So that is what Zero is, right? You could start with UBW as well, hypothetically. I do think that Zero is a bit of a better start, but you could start with UBW and not lose too much. I do think that UBW is even better than Zero. That's my opinion. UBW so far is my favorite. My favorite of the routes. But yeah, I think that starting with Zero, because it is so good, is, in my opinion, just the best.
A series that can have amazing fights with balls-to-the-walls action and magical moments that cut deep into your heart. And then Thomas Edison shows up as a lion. Because if you've reached the end of this video knowing nothing about Fate,
the country of technology,
this is the video that's convinced you to give it a try,
and capitalism.
What the fuck is wrong with you? This got you interested in Fate?
Also, you know what's a detail that I love that people said on stream, on my FGO streams about Edison, is that apparently there's no actual reason behind Edison being a lion apart from, I think it was just the artist being like, yeah, fuck it, I just made him a lion because why not? I'm pretty sure there's like no actual reason behind it, which is great. I love that. I love that. There's no reason behind it. It's just Edison is a lion because why not?
Why didn't you just listen to me the first time and go with the short version? You know what? Fuck this. I'm done. I'm done. I'm not doing Fate anymore. I'm literally gonna go crazy.
You're not getting out of this hell.
You know what? I lied. This isn't even the long version. Hey guys, I really hope you enjoyed that video. Thank you again to Honkai Impact for sponsoring me today. And also, thank you very much to
Okay, that was a banger of a video. Holy, I learned a lot actually. Obviously, there's still many details that I don't know about the series. I've only watched the anime and now I'm playing FGO, so there's so many details about the entire world that I still don't know. Like, I feel like there's still a lot more to the Akasha that I don't know, and the Alaya and Gaia and stuff like that. There's still more details about the root, about the true magic, about how every single one of the Holy Grail Wars went in any of the universes, basically. There's still a lot that I don't know, and I am going to find that out as I play more and more and more. I do plan on playing basically at least all of the things that are considered good in the Fate universe and also watching all the things that are considered good in the Fate universe as well. So I'll get through most of the material. The thing is, there's not a big chance of me actually reading physical like novels and stuff, but I do plan on reading like playing the visual novels and stuff. So I'll get to the lore, but this was a good, really, really nice, you know, just kind of the basic rundown. I know, I say after like what, a half an hour video about it, a basic rundown of the timelines, of the details that I wasn't familiar with. I didn't know, as I said like earlier, as an example, I didn't know that the third Holy Grail War in the Stay Night universe was very different from the one in the Apocrypha universe. I kind of thought that they were very similar, but no, they weren't. Okay, that makes sense, right? If you think about it a bit more, it makes more sense, because where the hell would Amakusa Shiro go if in the Stay Night universe, right? Because in Apocrypha, he, you know, just stayed there. So yeah, those details now make more sense to me. So it was great seeing that. It was great seeing all of those things. Is there anything more? I feel like I said most of the things that I want to say. I think I didn't get spoiled. I can see why people were saying to not watch this before finishing the Prelia movies, because this would have been a huge spoiler for Out Under Snow, right? Now, I did watch, as I said, I did watch Out Under Snow before watching this, so everything that he said, I feel like, was not a spoiler. I mean, him saying that Miyu is a child of God, I don't know what that means. I did not see that part, but I did see the part of them saying that they are divine children, right? That the children are kind of taunted to be as, like, deities. So I guess that's what he means by that. We haven't seen the father of Miyu from what I know in Prelia so far. We've only seen the mother ever so briefly, but either way, we don't know anything about the Sakatsuki family so far, or I don't know, you guys probably know more about it. But yeah, that was fun though. That was really, really fun. Yeah, it was just a really high effort video that I appreciate. I always love seeing people being passionate like this, talking about something that they love. It's always so fun. It's always so satisfying to watch. So yeah, I appreciate the video. Make sure you guys go and check it out as well. I'm gonna leave it in the description. I'm sure you guys already have, but yeah, support the goat here, and that's gonna be all for me as well. So I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.